begins for United. They're in Australia's beautiful West Coast, a second visit to Perth in 3 years. Two good victories here, you might remember back in 2019, and wouldn't it be good? And a real confidence boost to beat more Premier League opposition tonight before they return to Europe.
Yeah, I've only ever been to Perth once, and the weather was a hell of a lot better then than it is now, and what these lads are going to have to contend with, I should say. But they're in a good place, they should be, because they've performed extremely well so far. But this is going to be the sternest test, I feel, against an Aston Villa side that, OK, haven't played as many games as Manchester United, but the team that we're facing, and I think the condition that Steven Gerrard will have had them in over the last couple of weeks, I think this is certainly going to be...
Anti-racism message. Well, it's the final game of the long Anthony Martial. Back to Bruno Fernandes. Ings. Goes down there, Watkins, but nothing doing from our referee, who has a decent position. Went down a little bit easily, perhaps.
He might have done. It was slightly clumsy, I think. You know, it was coming through the back.
Gusty at the stadium. In comes the corner towards that far post. Where's that going to ricochet? It ricochets out for a corner on the other side. McGinn was involved. Jadon Sancho, who's another player who's looked really dangerous for United on this pre-season tour.
We didn't know a lot about that McGinn, did he? Just did what he could, got his body across, fortunately.
Shaw, it's quite deep. Maguire, that's a great save. Martinez to his left-hand side, didn't have long to react. Another corner given, but what a top save from Martinez.
Yeah, terrific save. And you were talking about this the other day, weren't you, Stu, about, don't understand.
Nice turn by Cash, though. Cash goes for goal as well, and that whistle's just wide of the far post. It's a good strike from the fullback. David De Gea happy that went wide.
Yeah, it was. And I don't think he caught hold of it quite as well as he would have liked, as we see the challenge.
Forward here, United. Sancho goes for goal, and that's a decent save, and then hacked away, and the players slipping and sliding in and around that 6-yard box, including the goalkeeper, who was called into action again.
Yeah, really good tackle by Bruno Fernandes to set that going.
It's got more Mancunian weather right at the moment. Had a lot of rain in the last 24 hours. That's through to Anthony Martial for Rashford. Martial gets it. Oh, that flag goes up for offside against Martial as he made that run. He got it back to Bruno Fernandes, and I suppose Bruno was disappointed it was Cologne.
Yeah.
With Seville. Cricket ground because of the size of it.
Maybe the conditions have got something to do with that.
But now it's Bruno Fernandes. Rashford is waiting. Rashford against Cash again. Shaw on the overlap. Shaw with the ball in, and Sancho scores. Well played, Luke Shaw. He picks out Jadon Sancho, and Sancho has really made his mark on this tour. That's his third goal of the tour, and United lead Villa 1-0.
This is all about the endeavour of Luke Shaw to get on that overlap, to create a little bit of an overload, give the Villa back line a problem, definitely onside. And just look at him coming round here, perfectly weighted as well from Marcus Rashford, and there is the aforementioned Sancho, who's hardly been in the game, to steer the ball home into an unguarded net virtually, through the legs of Luca Dean actually, but they have looked the most likely, Manchester United. It was going a little bit flat until this little injection of pace from Luke Shaw to get round the outside, and a little clip ball to the young Mark Sancho at the back post.
Maguire. No.
Well, that's probably why.
Fernandes, Martial onto Van de Beek. Luca Dean did enough. But again, Maguire this time wins it back high up the field. Maguire, and he finds Rashford. Rashford goes for goal himself and wide of the near post.
And he finds Rashford. Rashford goes for goal himself and wide of the near post. Can make it very difficult from the keeper from there. Rashford makes the ball move, but I suppose he'll be a little shade disappointed that it wasn't on target.
Coutinho, who's just turned third, the Brazilian, and he picks out Watkins. Again, Bruno's there.
Well, United have gone and won the ball back.
Here's Fred. Sancho makes the run. Rashford waits in the centre. Here's Marcus Rashford, and it ricochets in off Cash. A bizarre goal. Sancho to Rashford, ricocheted off Cash. It'll probably go down as an own goal, and United have a second before half-time.
We spoke about it in the first goal, or for the first goal, the willingness to be able to get on your bike and get in behind, and this is exactly what Jadon Sancho does. I'm really surprised that both Lucas Digne and Tyrone Mings just allowed him to run, and Marcus Rashford, listen, he'll get into that position many more times this season, we hope, and he will have a simple tap in, and if he hadn't have been there, then that ricochet off Matty Cash couldn't have happened. But it's the unwillingness of both Digne and Mings to match the run of Jadon Sancho.
Time couldn't have gone a lot better that for Manchester United. Jadon Sancho giving him the lead after a great assist from Luke Shaw. Here we go then for the second half, and to release Bailey up the right hand side, and he'll provide a threat here to Lindelof. Bailey, a little step over, Bailey goes for goal, brilliant strike. Instant impact from the half-time substitute. Leon Bailey steaming up the right-hand side, little step over and found the corner. Villa back in it, 2-1.
Yeah, really good goal. Can't take anything away from Leon Bailey. And he's done more in the couple of minutes that he's been on the field than most of the attacking threat that Villa had to offer in the first half. But Lindelof just makes the mistake here of allowing him to come inside. He is two-footed, Leon Bailey, to be fair to him, but
Olsen, that's a heavy touch, and he's given it straight to Sancho, and then Buendia. Douglas Luiz. That was a strange ball across, that was.
Yeah, it was. I think he's just onside.
Bailey with the corner, a deep one, and it is headed in. Chambers was in there, and Villa pinched the equaliser right at the end, just as they did when the sides met at Villa Park in January, when United led 2-0 and ended up drawing 2-2. Well, the same thing has happened in Perth. De Gea frustrated, Villa equalise.
Yeah, and I don't think that's the full-time whistle, but I don't think it's any more than they deserve. David De Gea will be disappointed that he's not come and got something on this. He's in his 6-yard box. Well, there was any number of a cluster of Villa players that had got themselves up early, and it was Chambers in the end who got his head on it. It's a disappointing goal to concede, and it's probably a slight.
السلام على من اتبع الهدى. هنتكلم عن مباراة مانشستر يونايتد واستون فيلا الودية اللي اتلعبت النهارده في امريكا. المباراة رائعة بصراحة. نفس تقريبا السيناريو اللي حصل في الدوري لما مانشستر يونايتد قدم بهدفين وقدر في الشوط الثاني يتعادل استون فيلا وفي اخر المباراة. بس المرة دي في الاخر قوي يعني. لدرجة ان الجرة يكون من دكورنا في الدقيقة 92 93 يعني الجون التعادل. بصراحة جيرارد مدرب واعد، ستيفن جيرارد مدرب واعد، بيبين ان هو من افضل المدربين اللي جايين، من افضل المدربين فعلا في الدوري الانجليزي. عمل من استون فيلا من فرقه كانت بتقع، من فرقه كانت هتهبط، لفرقه دلوقتي بتقارع الكبار، بتقف قدام الكبار. عامه المباراه انتهت 2-2. مانشستر قدم مباريات وديه كويسه اعداديه للموسم، استون فيلا قدم مباريات كويسه، راشفورد مستواه ارتفع. هنشوف ايه اللي هيحصل في الدوري ان شاء الله. نتمنى نشوف دوري حلو، دوري قوي، دوري افضل من السنين اللي فاتت، 4-5 فرق يتنافسوا مش فرقين بس. والسلام عليكم ورحمه الله.